Hey guys, this is another Behind the Song. It's been quite a while since I've done one of these, and this time I want to talk about Sick of Myself. And this is the biggest session I've ever worked in. These are all the tracks here. This is how I keep everything organized, just these different folders, which also double as aux sends by default. So I think I'll start off with the drums here. The drums for the first verse and the drums for the outro are the only drums really that were made specifically for this song. So if I solo these first verse drums, it's all really built around some cajones. And then we have some claps and other kind of tinking sounds. And I'm sure you know where that stuff shows up. And then we have the chorus drums. All of these kind of down here actually come from a different song, and then those drums in that song came from a different song, and it's the original song that those drums came from is a song that I was working on for Foreign Republic. So I took those drums out and used them in a different song that I don't want to show off yet because I'm currently in the middle of turning that into a full song. I made it about a year ago at the time of recording. And those same drums are used for the second verse. And it's all kind of the same until the final bombastic ending. And I'm really proud of the drums in this part specifically. It's just so much high-end, in-your-face stuff. I don't even know what kind of all stuff is in here because it was all just, let me go and find the weirdest sounds I can think of and just kind of throw them in and just see what I can do here. So just a bunch of noise. I'm assuming this is all part of the kick drum. And so getting a bit ahead of myself slightly, there's a plugin. There are a lot of different third-party effects that do this, but the one that I use the most is Kickstart by Nicky Romero, the original version. And that's basically an automatic sidechain tool. So what it does is, depending on the beat, and you can set it up to have different shapes and stuff, this is basically shaping the volume of your track in real time. So if I were to place this on a piano track, and I had a 4-on-the-floor kick drum just bop, what it would do to the piano is it would duck the sound down every time that kick drum hits. Now, what it should be doing right now is it should be taking out the kick drum entirely. This is a bit technical, but it doesn't have any kind of latency compensation. Maybe the newer version of the plugin does, but I only have the older version. And so I tried putting this on all of my different instrument aux tracks, but they were all off in different ways. So what I had to do is I had to manually automate the volume every time the kick drum hit, minus 12 decibels on every single aux track, except for the drums themselves, obviously, just to get that like kind of EDM sidechainy effect. So if I take away the drums, you can hear how everything is. Moving on to the bass here, all of this really revolves around the same 808 sample. I don't remember where I got it from. During the pre-chorus, it's just kind of a sine wave. At the very end, there's a cool distorted bass line that kind of gets lost in everything. Anywho, the bass is very simple. And the guitar's aux here is all a mixture of electric guitars and acoustic guitar. So this is the acoustic guitar for the intro. Very simple stuff. And that scratchy track, this right here. So that was me just muting all of the strings and strumming a pick against all of them. And I think what I did is I time stretched it and then stretched it back. So it gave it that glitchy cool effect. Guitars during the pre-chorus. The big chorus. And then during the second verse, there's this kind of pitch bent guitar. There is real ukulele that I recorded. And then all the pianos for the song. There's a kind of, it's not a reversed piano, but it might as well be. It's actually a really interesting effect I was able to do. If I take away these fades here, you can hear it's just a regular grand piano. But if I put those volume fades in, it kind of emulates a reversed piano sound without being a reversed piano. And then if I muffle all the high end and put a bunch of reverb on it, then it sounds a lot more like a synthesizer. Pianos for the chorus. Going on to the synth section, this sound, Corey chair sample, I actually was on FaceTime with my friend Corey, and she was sliding her chair across her floor, so I recorded it with my mic and put a bunch of reverb on it. I didn't tune it, I didn't do anything other than put reverb on it, and it created this cool sound effect. Pre-chorus. The synth section for the rising effect is, oh, I love this part. And then the synth section for the final part. And then, wow, the horns, the kind of the main focus of the chorus of this song. This is all just different horn samples and different fake horns that I made, all detuned, playing different kind of wrong harmonies. And the horns for the very ending, I think this is really interesting. These also came from an entirely different project. That melody and all of those audio files came from a demo that I made about 1.5 years ago as of this recording. I'm gonna be honest, I don't wanna live anymore. So I just took all of those individual horn lines, pitched them up, now Vox Instruments is kind of the last really interesting thing. All of these tracks, this is me just making different sounds with my mouth. And most interestingly, this kind of synthesizer sound, quote unquote, that is actually my voice. So this is the original recording. What I used is a plugin called Vocal Synth 2 and used a couple different modules of theirs, pitched it up 2 octaves, and that's how you get that sound. All the different backing vocals. You're just the saddest and maddest with the puff in your chest. Keep keeping at it. How many album release failures will it fucking take? All the lead vocals. I fucking had it. Your habits aren't really the best. You're just the saddest and maddest with the puff in your chest. Keep keeping at it, and with practice you'll get better, I bet. And of course, Form Republic is featured on the song. I'm so tired of you wasting my time. You could pour your soul into this project. And he has some cool harmonies in his part that he recorded.
5 and maybe you could be alright. Then get a couple kids and maybe you'll be good at this.
There's me singing that horn line melody. And the person going, ooh, you know, the dropout right before the big chorus is, again, my friend Corey, giver of the chair sample. That's really the entire makeup of Sick of Myself. I could go over all the different effects on the buses and individual instruments, but I don't think anybody really cares about that, nor would anybody really understand what I'm talking about. If you are a producer, then here you go. Here's my master bus. Enjoy, I suppose. Copy it or don't. I wouldn't suggest you do. 367 tracks later, we have the song Sick of Myself. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you want to see this for some more songs, then I absolutely will do that because I really like doing these breakdowns. So that's it. Thank you. Bye.